What's going on, everybody? I'm Tank, and this is another episode of Roadie Reactions.
Get with this.
Welcome back, everybody, to another edition of Sabaton Saturday. Normally, this is the dedicated day of the week where I would continue my personal adventure discovering all the music of Sabaton. And I know a lot of you are probably wondering, if this is Sabaton Saturday, why isn't this a Sabaton video? Don't go anywhere. Stick with me. I will explain. I think this is going to be really cool. So last week on the channel, I checked out the brand new single from Sabaton called The Defense of Moscow. And before I watched that video, I found out from a lot of you guys in the community that it's actually a cover song. And then after I released my reaction to it, I was even more surprised to find out that there were a lot of people that had no idea that this was a cover. So today I want to check out the original version of the song. Now the original is done by Radio Tapok, and if you're not familiar, he's a Russian musician and artist who has a wildly popular YouTube channel where he covers popular songs, but he sings all the lyrics in Russian, and occasionally he does do original material, which is where this song came from. Now originally it was called The Battle for Moscow, and he released it this past summer, but he specifically did it to sound like Sabaton in their musical style. So it makes total sense that when I watched The Defense of Moscow, it sounded like an original song, because when Oleg, Radio Tapok, wrote this, he wrote it to sound like Sabaton. So I'm excited to check this out because he is very known for doing everything in his videos and playing all the instruments. So I'm pretty excited to check it out. So as always, I will link this original video in the description below. And today I'm once again listening to Radio Tapok, and for the first time hearing his song, The Battle for Moscow. Let's go. So thanks to the YouTube community, I was told to turn the captions on for this. They are auto-translated, which isn't always perfect, but I'm sure it'll be good enough that I can figure stuff out. So let's go. This is super cool already. Now, it is very similar in musical style to the cover that we just heard by Sabaton. The main thing that I'm hearing is that this version is a little slower tempo-wise, and I think it fits really well, actually. I really dig this so far, and it's cool to hear this in Russian. I actually really enjoy the Russian vocals. We've already seen a couple errors from the auto-translation on the closed captioning, but I know what's going on. I can figure it out. And lyrically, it looks pretty similar so far. Just like I was expecting in this video, we've got Oleg playing all of the instruments that we can see. The only things I've gotten really good looks at so far are the guitar and the bass. And I actually want to talk about the bass really quick because it's a really unique instrument that I haven't seen too much. I almost bought one of these back in the day, but I'm pretty sure he's using a Fender, I believe it's called a Blacktop precision bass. And I thought it was a jazz bass at first, but you can tell the main difference between the Fender jazz bass and the precision is the way that the volume and tone knobs are laid out on the body of the guitar. So the jazz basses usually have like a very straight angle with a different metallic pickguard under it, and the P basses are curved, and that one's curved. Now, the big difference between that guitar is that most P basses have the P style pickups. This actually has double humbucking pickups in it, which is very unique for a precision bass, honestly. And it probably has an absolutely ripping tone with humbuckers for a precision bass. Super cool, man. And then guitar-wise, I've seen him use that guitar before, and I honestly can't remember exactly what it is, but just based on the design on the headstock and the inlays on the guitar, I'm positive that it's a Gibson Les Paul Custom, but I don't know what year, because Les Pauls have been being made since 1952, and they're one of the most popular guitars in the world. They're so versatile that you see Les Pauls in tons of different styles of music. So that could be any range of numbers of years. Now, that color on the guitar, it was popular in like the early 80s, throughout the 80s. So it might be an 80s model, but it might be a more modern one either. I'm not sure, but I'm positive that it's a Les Paul Custom from Gibson. Let's continue.
Бородино, снова смерть твоих сынов. Вновь зверь бросил взгляд свирепый на восток. Силы не равны, но поезда со всей страны сводят все резервы сделать марш-бросок. От Казахстана до Магадана на смерть идут полки. Смело, бой, сынки, Родина никогда вас не забудет. Некуда ступать, за нами Москва. И нас предстояли они под орудий. И память в наших сердцах о них на века.
6 декабря 1941 года войска нашего Западного фронта перешли в контрнаступление против ударных фланговых группировок.
Okay, that's a part I was actually looking forward to seeing, because in Sabaton's version, we got that really long bridge with different solo parts, and then they snuck in the Russian national anthem as a guitar solo. And I was wondering if that was something that Radio Tapok had done, or that was a touch from Sabaton. Obviously, a touch that Sabaton threw in there. Musically, there's some minor little details that are different, but for the most part, the Sabaton cover is pretty true to this one. There's actually some musical stuff going on in the verses of this, like little things in the background that I actually really dig more than the Sabaton version, if I'm being honest. I actually saw that Oleg had recorded a reaction to Defense of Moscow, and even though the entire video is in Russian, so I didn't understand a word of it, I didn't need to understand a word of it, because you could see like the joy on his face watching Sabaton cover one of his songs. It was really cool, man. I really thought that was awesome. Let's finish this off, man. I'm not really getting a good look at his drum kit, just with some of the lighting and stuff in this video. So when I try and edit, I'll try and figure out what kind of gear he's using. But this is cool, man. I really dig it.
И нас предстояли они под орудий.
chorus, man. Great outro. Oh, that's awesome. If I remember right, the Sabaton version ended really abruptly. I liked that dialed back chorus going out of that. That was really cool, man. Let's go talk more about this. I think the most important thing to look at here is that this is an original song by Radio Tapok, and he set out to do it in a style like Sabaton, and he was able to do that so well that when Sabaton covered the song, theirs sounded like an original. This was great, man. I really liked the music in it, and what an absolute huge chorus in that. In the video itself, I love that we get Radio Tapok doing all the different instruments and playing everything and recording everything. Obviously, music videos aren't recorded on the spot. This is all kind of acting, but he records all of this himself, and it's really impressive. I also love the actual footage that was thrown in, just like a lot of Sabaton videos that do that. And, you know, it really makes me sit back and just it strikes an emotional chord when I learn about these histories and these battles of other countries. And I know I've said that a bunch of times, but to me, that's what's special about songs like this, is that it really puts me in the moment and makes me really think about the people that were in those situations and that were involved in all of that. And I think it's really cool. I think this song is an incredible tribute to the Battle for Moscow. And I think Sabaton's cover of this was an incredibly fitting tribute to the original version of this song. So hopefully you guys all enjoyed that. And if you haven't checked out Radio Tapok more, I would highly suggest it because he has tons of videos on his YouTube channel. I will link his channel below so you can check it out, and hopefully you enjoy a lot of it. If this is your first time here, feel free to click subscribe. I release new videos all the time, so if you turn your alerts on, they might work, they might not. YouTube doesn't always work the best when they're notifying for new videos. If you liked this video, I would greatly appreciate the like, as it does help my channel out. But if you disliked it, no problem, man. Thank you very much for watching this time. You are free to click dislike if you disliked the video. I'm also on a ton of different social media. I have a Discord server. I stream on Twitch. If you're interested in any of that stuff, I will put the links in the description below. My handle on everything social media related is @TankTheTech. Thank you so very much once again for watching. I will be back very soon with another episode of Roadie Reactions.